This conference will now be recorded.
Now, in the previous class, we have seen the introduction part. Now, today, we are going to log on to the SAP system, guys. So, this is SAP logon icon. You are able to view in my desktop. So, how to access the SAP server? As a student, we need to have some knowledge about this accessing the SAP server. SAP logon. So there are two ways to access the SAP server, guys. One, remote SAP server access. Two, non-remote SAP server access. So what is this remote and non-remote? Now, as a student, I am accessing the SAP server through remote SAP server access. What is this remote SAP server access means? To access the SAP server from your machine means laptop or desktop, we are supposed to have SAP logon icon. To get this SAP logon icon, your concerned person who is looking after the server access, they will provide you the SAP GUI link. GUI means graphical user interface link. You will click on that link, you will follow some steps, and finally you will download the SAP logon icon. And how to add the server details, they will guide you, and they will provide the user ID and the password. You will enter and you will start the practice, where your machine should connect to the internet to access the server, SAP server. If your machine is not connected to the internet, you cannot access. And at the same time, the access provider who has given you the access, even that end, internet should be there. If internet is not there from your end or from their end, you cannot access the SAP server. Moreover, for downloading this SAP logon icon, no need to have specifications of your machine, means operating system, RAM speed, hard disk, processor. All these specifications are not at all required. Only you download the SAP logon icon, you add the server details, take your user ID and password, then you start practice. Conditions apply. Internet is mandatory. Your machine should connect to the internet. Server may be somewhere. It may be India or out of India. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, second one is non-remote SAP server access means they are going to install the SAP software. In the previous case, SAP software is not there in your machine. You have only SAP logon icon. That's it. You can access the server through internet. Whereas in the second case, first of all, internet is not at all required. First point here. Second point, to install the SAP software successfully in your machine, we need some specifications and parameters. What are those? Proper operating system, processor, RAM speed, and hard disk capacity. If any of these parameters will not coincide, it is impossible to install the software. It is not possible to install SAP software in your machine. Okay. Again here, to install the SAP software in your machines, again you have two ways. What are those? Number one, they will format your machine. Format means whatever the operating system is there in your machine, it will format, it will go. Okay. Then what they will do, as per the SAP installation, SAP software, they will recommend and they will install the proper operating system which will suit for the SAP. And they will start the installation SAP software successfully. Then again you need a SAP logon. You add the details, again you can start the practice. Where it works without internet, no internet is not required. Okay. Now student's requirement is he don't want to spoil the operating system which is there in your machine. So without doing the format of the machine, laptop or desktop, if you want to install, there is another concept called through VMware workstation. Here you can see. So through VMware workstation, they will open another OS. They will install the SAP support OS. They will install the software in VMware workstation environment. So whenever you want to practice, you open this, you double click on it, you enter, you practice. Then later on you close up VMware. And again, you can use this system as a normal system. Okay. This is also works through internet. Sorry, without internet. This is also works without internet because software is directly installed in your machine means laptop or desktop. Okay, so these are the two ways guys how you are going to access the server. So you have to know all these things. What is meaning of remote SAP server access? What is meaning of non-remote SAP server access? Okay, now I am going to double click on this SAP logon. Select the server, click on logon. Now when I click on log on, system has opened as SAP screen. And here you are able to see some information here. Client, and there is a number 800, user, password, logon language. Apart from that, in which version of SAP software you are going to log on. It even displays in the front screen. Client 800. The default user is SAP user and the default password is India 123 or welcome 123. Apart from that, in which version of SAP software you are going to log on, it will display in the front screen itself. Welcome to the IDES ECC 6.0 including EHP 7, where ECC stands for where IDES stands for Internet Demonstration Evaluated System. ECC stands for Enterprise Central Component and EHP stands for Enhanced Package. Now, what is this client? What is this number 800? So, first of all, SAP AG is a company, and being an organization, the company SAP is providing the solutions and the services on SAP ERP product to the clients or companies or customers, and therefore the SAP will provide a number called client number. So SAP is an organization. Okay. And what is the name of their product? SAP ERP product. So they themselves providing the solutions on SAP ERP product to the clients or customers in the market. Therefore, they are providing a number called client number. Apart from that, so SAP AG is having business partners in the market like IBM, Accenture, Capgemini, Deloitte, TCS, Wipro, Infosys, etc. And these business partners will provide a number called client number. The maximum length to maintain client number is 3, where only numeric is permitted. Okay? No alphabetic and alphanumeric is permitted. Okay. Now let us say we are implementing. So we all of us working in one project. Let us say we are one in one team, and we all of us are SAP functional consultants, different functional consultants, and we are going to implement SAP to a client, to a company called Coca-Cola. Okay. Now the client, so he's a layman to SAP. First of all, he don't know about SAP, so he will ask. So this client number you are saying 3 maximum length, can I have in alphabetic? Can I have in alphanumeric? Our answer should be no. Okay. Do or die, we need to follow some norms of SAP. The same answer we should inform to the client. Do or die, we need to follow some instructions given by SAP. It should be numeric and maximum length is 3. Why 3? Why not 4, 5, 6, 7? We don't know. Okay. So the maximum number of digits allowed to maintain client number is 3, where it ranges from 0000 to 999. So we need to follow some norms of SAP guys, do or die. Okay. Now when I click on log on, all of you observe, I did not enter the number 800. By default system has displayed. Why 800? Why not some other number? System can show 123 or 450 or 749 or 929 or 719, any number. Why specifically 800? What is the reason behind? Yes, there is a reason. There is a reason behind why system displays client 800. Client 800 is specifically given by SAP for SAP education and training purpose. Okay. So this number will not be given to anyone guys. Globally, universally it is standard for educating the people and giving the training on SAP ERP software. That's the reason when you click on log on, even while you are practicing, make sure that client number should be 800. See, generally it will display the client number 800 only, but still while you are practicing as a student, you have to check which number the system is displaying. Okay. Now I will try to enter my own user ID and the password. Press enter. Now system has displays the screen. Click on yes, click on OK. The screen was terminated. Why? The reason is when I open the SAP screen, I did not respond to the screen. I just kept aside. So if you don't respond within the time, the screen will be disconnected. Okay. So even while you are practicing, suppose you are trying to create a material, vendor, purchase order, you got a phone call. Okay. And you are engaged in your call, let's say for example. So once you come back after a few seconds or minutes, the screen will be disconnected. Okay. Then what about the data you entered in that screen? The data also will be disconnected. So again, you need to log on. So this time I'm going to enter immediately the user and the password. Press enter. So finally I'm in. So system has opened the SAP screen now. SAP easy access. So remember guys, the moment when you enter user and password, when you enter, the system displays the screen, the first screen. SAP easy access is a welcome screen, or home screen, or front screen of SAP, which is used by SAP functional and technical consultants and all the users on the client side. All the users means now we are implementing SAP to a company called Coca-Cola. The employees who are there in the Coca-Cola, they are called users. End users, super user, power users, etc. So this screen can be used by everyone. Everyone means functional consultant, technical consultant, and the users, whoever it may be. Now here, the SAP has provided the limitation to open the screen. What is that limitation? We cannot open more than 6 screens. Again, this is also norms of SAP. Now client says, Coca-Cola client says, I want to open 10 screens, 20 screens, 30 screens. No, not possible. Under a single user ID and the password, we cannot open more than 6 screens. Do or die, we need to follow norms of SAP. Now already I have opened one screen. If you want to open multiple screens, all of you see at the top there is option called create new session. Click on it. It has opened second screen, third, fourth, 5, 6. When you try for the seventh time, the system will throw the message, boss, you have crossed your limit. Okay. So we cannot open more than 6 screens, whether you are a functional or a technical or a user, whoever it may be. So I'm going to close all the screens now. I'm going to close all the screens now. Okay. So here the maximum number of SAP Easy access screens open is 6 under a single user ID and the password. We cannot open more than that. The difference between the real-time screen in our training program screen is, in the real time you don't have this option called SAP demo system IDS ERP. The screen will be totally plain like this. The screen will be totally plain like this. So what is this IDS means? Stands for Internet Demonstration Evaluated System, given by SAP for SAP education and training purpose, where the SAP IDES version contains SAP default standard settings and values. For example, company, comma, company code, then controlling area, plant, purchasing organization, sales organization, etc. as 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, etc. And the version is treated as IDES version. So in this IDS version, the SAP has given by default some standard settings and values, guys. Now, for example, I want to create a purchase order. I'll go to create a purchase order ME21N. Here, I will enter the vendor 1000, purchasing organization 1000, purchasing group 001, company code 1000, material, quantity, net price, plan, store location, etc. So I have entered all the data. I'm going to save it in the system. Do you want to save it? Yes. When I click on save, the system will throw the message purchase order created, and this is a P1 number. No, I did not create any vendor. I did not create any material. Purchasing organization, purchasing group, company code, plant, store location. But still I am able to enter the data, I am able to save it. From where we got all this information? The SAP has given some default standard settings and values. That's the reason I'm able to create a sample purchase order, sample sales order, sample production order, goods received, invoice received, blah 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 blah. Okay, so all these are predefinitely given by SAP standard in the IDES version. Now I'm back. I came to main screen. So main screen means SAP Easy Access screen. At the top of the SAP Easy Access screen, there is a space here. Okay, we call this as a command area where you can enter some command, some syntax. Now I'm going to enter some command, that is MM01. It may be small or it may be capital letters. Press enter. Now we are not in the front screen. We are in some other screen. What is that some other screen? Create material. So in this screen, I can create a material code, item number, material number, etc. Now I don't want to create a material now. I want to create a supplier, vendor. So here we have two options. What are those? Do you want to close material screen, then open the vendor screen, or Do you want to minimize the SAP, the middle screen and open the vendor screen? Okay. Now my requirement is I want to close material. I want to open the vendor. Okay. If that is the case, at the top of the screen, I am going to enter /nxk01 enter. What happened? Material gone, vendor came. We are in only one screen, guys. Don't confuse. Even the task bar, you can check. We are only in one screen. Material gone, vendor came. No, I don't want to create a vendor now. Again, I want to create a material. /nmm01 enter. Vendor gone, material came. I don't want to create a material. I want to create a vendor. /nmm0 sorry /nxk01 enter. Middle gone, vendor came. So if you observe carefully, /nmm01 and /nxk01, or it may be in small letters xk, where mm01 and xk01 are the SAP given standard. In shortcut we call it T codes or transaction codes. To create a material and create a vendor. These are all the SAP given universal transaction codes, guys. Not only India, rest of the world. So basically the syntax is slash and T code. What is the importance of this syntax? The system close the current screen and open the new screen. The system close the current screen and open the new screen. I need both. Means I need material as well as vendor. If that is the case, /o_t_code. If that is the case, /o_t_code. The system minimize the current screen and open the new screen. Means now you are in vendor. /o_mm01 enter. In the taskbar, you can see both screens, vendor and material. Okay, it displays both of them. So whichever the screen you want, whichever the information you want to create, you can create. You can create a supplier or you can create a vendor. Whereas in the previous screen, it is overwriting in one screen only. Now what is this is called? /and to log in or log off from SAP system with prior information. It will not even ask you. It will ask you whether you want to log off it or not. Now, for example, I have opened material vendor, isn't it? Then I'll open purchase order screen. Then I open GR screen. Then I open invoice screen. Then I will open to check the stock of the material. So the user shaker has totally opened the 6 screens. In one screen, he is trying to create a vendor, trying to create a material, trying to create a purchase order, trying to create a goods receipt, invoice, and stock value. We are going to check the stock of the material. So the user shaker is performing 6 activities. Okay. Suppose here, and I have entered all the data in all the 6 screens. If I enter slash and END, if you press enter, system will specifically ask, do you want to log off it or not? Okay. System is giving you the priority whether you want to log off or not. For example, I will click on yes. What happens? All the 6 screens will be terminated. Then what about the data? That is also vanished from the system. If we click on no, all the 6 screens will be there and the data you entered will be there. So system is giving you the priority whether you want to exit or not. And what is this is called? Slash and EX. To exit or terminate from SAP system without the prior information, it will not even ask you, directly terminate. Now all of you see here, guys. So totally you have opened 6 screens, right? Suppose if you enter here slash and EX, enter. That's it. All the 6 screens are gone. Then what about the data? Vanish from the system. Again, you need to relog in. Again, you need to relog in. Now, SAP Easy Access is a screen where it is used by everyone. Everyone means functional consultants, technical consultants, and all the users. There is another environment wherein only functional consultants will have authority and permissions to enter into that environment. So, what is this environment? SPRO, SAP Project Reference Object. Mute your microphone, please. Is a transaction code used by SAP functional consultants only for configuration, customization, and execute project. So it is only for functional consultants only. So in the easy access, I'm going to type here SPRO. It may be small letters or capital letters. Press enter. So system has open screen, customizing execute project. So from this screen, only functional consultants will have the permissions, guys. Remember, neither the technical consultants nor the users will have the permissions to enter into this environment. Okay. Now, there is another way to come to this screen. SAP Easy Access, Tools, Customizing, IMG, SPRO. If you double click on it, it makes same sense. So we call this as a path. We call this as a path or navigation. So what is the navigation for SPRO? SAP Easy Access, Tools, Customizing, IMG, SPRO, where IMG stands for implementation guide, where IMG stands for implementation guide. Okay, so like this, you are going to log on to the SAP system. So what is slash and T code, slash O T code, slash and END, slash and EX? What is SPRO? What is SAP Easy Access Screen? What is this IDES? From where the functional consultants will work, from where the technical consultants will work, from where the users will work, how many screens you can open, etc. And apart from that, we have to know about system messages in SAP. This is very important. While you are practicing, all of you remember, while you are practicing in the SAP system, messages which you are going to come across in red color, they are declared as a error messages. Error message means you are trying to enter some information which is already there in the system, or you are trying to enter the information which is not there in the system. At this point of time, the system will throw the message in red color. So messages which you are going to come across in red color, unless and until you resolve what is the issue in that particular screen, then only you can save the document. Otherwise, system will not allow. Please remember, guys, any screen in SAP, messages which you are going to come across in yellow color, they are declared as a warning messages. Not a problem. They are called alerts. You simply press enter, it will skip. Messages which you are going to come across in green color, it's a no message. The document is perfect. You can save it. So always the headache is with the red color messages. Always the headache is with the messages which you are going to come across in red color. Please make a note of it. Okay. Any screen, guys, not in one screen. If it is in red color, so compulsory there is a mistake in that particular screen. If it is yellow or green, not at all a problem. You simply press enter, you can save the document. Okay. And apart from that, you'll get some type of messages. I'll show that messages. What are those? OMSY. Then I'll open another screen. OMSY. Now the system is throwing the message. The data is locked by the user shaker and can be displayed only. Okay. Again, I'll open the third screen. OMSY. Yes. Again, I'll open the fourth screen. OMSY. Then fifth. OMSY. Then sixth. OMSY. So in all the six screens, I have opened same screen. OMSY, 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 OMSY. Okay. Now you got a message. See here. Again, I'll show OMSY. The data is locked by the user shaker. This type of messages regularly you will come across, guys. Regularly. I'll tell you what is the reason. Now let's say, for example, we all are provided with one SAP server access. Okay, guys. Okay. Me, including all of you guys. Now the first student, the first user started creating the company in the system. Within a few seconds, second user started creating the company. third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, all the users in one SAP server access. The user may be same, the user may be different. Again, I'll repeat, guys. In one SAP server access, multiple users, user may be same or user may be different. Everybody is trying to perform the same activity. User 1 is trying to create a company, user 2 is also performing the same activity, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, everybody is trying to create a company. Now the first user who started creating the company, he will not get this message. He will not get it. But for the user 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 100, 200, 300, etc., they will come across this type of message. What is that? The data is locked by the user, so and so. So here you are getting user Shaker. While you are practicing, you will get the username some alpha, beta, gamma. We don't know. Okay. So it means in one SAP server, multiple users, when multiple users are trying to perform the same activity, at that point of time, the screen will get locked like this. The first user, he will be go ahead. He can move further. He will not get it. But for the remaining people, you will get this message. Okay. Then I will open another screen. You have to go to the transaction code. We call it a T code, SM12 to unlock the entries. So I'll go to the transaction code, SM12. Then here username. So what is the user? You got the name Shekhar or Rahul or something alpha, beta, gamma. Enter that username, press enter. So like this, you have lock entries. Left side there is option beside the client name. Click on that icon. System will select all the items. Click on delete. Click on yes. Close the screen. Again, still you are able to see the items. Again, click on select all. Click on delete. Click on yes. Still you are able to see the items. Again, click on select all. Click on delete. Click on yes. Until all the items will vanish. Okay. Then you can go and you can perform whatever the activity you want to do it. Okay. This type of messages you'll get regularly while you're practicing, guys. Please make a note of it. Because in one server access, SAP server, multiple users may be creating same parameter. That may be company code, whatever it is. When multiple users are coming into the same screen, at this point of time, you'll get this type of message. Then at that time, you have to understand that, okay, the user shaker is already there in that particular screen. Wait for few seconds, again you log in. Still you are unable to resolve it. Still you are getting that same screen. Okay. Then go to straight away SM12, you unlock the entries. Okay. So you'll get this type of messages regularly while you're practicing, guys. Compulsory you'll get it. Okay. So this is about log on to the SAP system and what are the options we have, etc. Okay. So yep. Next we are going to discuss about enterprise organization structure. Enterprise organization structure. Done for the day.